Welcome to the No Cap Sports Show with Sports and Combos Collide. I'm your host, the Cobra.
I'm your host, Mo Money.
I'm not no host. I'm a guest. I'm Coach O, aka O Dog. What's up, fellas?
Nigga, you a host, man. We ain't
What's
stopping.
happening? What's
What's
happening?
going on?
How y'all doing today, man?
Good, man.
Outstanding.
Wednesday, man. Podcast day,
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Gotta feel good. Get us over the hump.
yeah. What's good? What?
Nothing,
Nothing
man.
much.
Just working, man. How you feeling?
Y'all good?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
sir. How you feeling?
Long day.
Yeah. Yeah. Get like that. With that
He
weather
talking
like
to you, Money Mo.
Man, my junk coming in and out. What's up? What'd he say?
I don't know.
Am
You
I
can hear us
frozen?
though?
I didn't know who you talking to. Who you talking to?
Is it me? You talking about me?
We was talking to I asked you what the weather like out there in AZ. It's still hot as shit.
Yeah, it's gonna be hot. It's hot until end of September, October.
Okay. So it's
Yeah,
gonna
we
stay
just getting started being hot.
okay.
Yeah, it's hot. It's hot till October, brother. Ain't even no need to add.
That's crazy.
Mm.
Yeah. So more money, you might know this because I keep seeing it
No
pop up
doubt.
on my phone. And I don't know if this true or not, but is Jake Paul scheduled to fight Tank Davis? Did they agree for a fight?
Man, I saw that.
Or is
That
that a fake? Is that fake news?
that ain't
I
fake
keep seeing
news,
it pop
brother.
up. It's
That
real.
ain't that. That's real. Like, and well, it's preliminary, so it can still get canceled because it's still kind of. But yeah, that's what it is.
Damn. What you think about that?
It just depends on if Javante Davis doing it for the bag or he doing it for the sport. If he doing it for the sport, he gonna beat Jake Paul ass.
You
It's
think
not gonna
so?
be pretty. Oh yeah, man. A lot of them cats, Jake
Even with
Paul,
the size difference?
even with the size difference, right? Like any true boxer will tell you, if you fighting another non-boxer, like he ain't on that level, size really don't matter. Like
I thought
Javante Davis is
Paul
in
supposed to
a
be nice.
Nah, he be fighting tomato cans and old folks. Like he hasn't fought an actual certified, goon with those hands. He's fighting guys that are older or they're just laying down for him.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, I saw it. I was like, man, this is AI or something like that. I thought it was fake. I was like, there's no way Tank Davis gonna fight this Joker. You know what I mean? So I don't
Why?
know. Do you
Why?
think it's good or bad for boxing? I don't, because it's kind of like it's
Why would you not think that if he just got Mike Tyson $30 million and Mike Tyson ain't even have to swim?
man, I get that, but you talking about somebody that's still pretty much in their prime, top of the sport, and is a serious fighter right now, and he's the number one draw in real boxing. I mean, why would he have to take a fight like that and kind of
Because no matter how much money he gonna get as being a real fighter and fighting one of these other guys, he not gonna bring as much money as Jake Paul gonna bring in, no matter who he fight.
And
that's
that
true?
and that
But
and
but
It
Kobe.
don't matter.
what
It
about
don't.
what about the being a respectable boxer
Well,
like
I mean, he look at it like, well, I'm a respectable boxer. Every time I look at my account, I could care less what Coach Omar, Coach Mo, and Kobe think about me.
yeah?
Care about y'all.
What
I'm somewhere in the south of France, chill. I did what I
no,
had to do. I don't care. He looking at generational wealth now.
that's
Right.
facts. And Odo
I
Odo
mean,
got a great point. But also you gotta think Tank walked away. Like he's retired. He's not fighting actively right now. He walked away from the sport. He put that out there on Twitter, on the social media accounts. He says he's done with boxing. So
right.
right now, in that sense, he's really no difference than any other fighter that Jake Paul has fought. He's a retired fighter.
Okay.
I don't agree. I don't agree with it, but if he about to get somewhere, they said he will easily. This will easily be the most watched whatever fight in the last however many years. That's more than Bud Crawford, Canelo, all them. So I don't agree with it at all, but I don't agree with a lot of stuff a lot of these young guys do nowadays to get the bag. But you know, who am I to tell them how to feed their family?
Right.
I just hope he fight for real. Like, don't lay down for him. Like, actually come
Yeah, I
out
hope he
there.
don't do
Like,
what Mike Tyson did. I hope he fight him and really show him. Like, I hope he don't not throw punches and stuff like that, like what Mike did. That was bad.
right.
Yeah, man. All right, man. I might watch it or might not. That's one of them fights. I might just wait till the highlights come on YouTube, man. I just don't want. I don't want to see Tank in that position, man. I know he's gonna get paid. I get it. I get that, but I just don't. I just don't like when a real serious boxer, somebody that's going to go down as one of our greats in the sport, you know, go in the ring and fight this clown, even though he's probably going to get the most money he's ever got in a fight in his career. I get it.
But Kobe, I didn't mean to cut you off, but let me ask you something. Is he really one of your greats? He's not nowhere near one of mine.
I'm just saying, of this era, he's going to go there. And when you talk about, like, you know how like basketball do, they had the top 50, then they had the top 75. So if boxing did something similar to that, his name would be part of that group.
Right.
Yeah.
For his era, no question. But
yeah, absolutely.
One of the greats, not even close. I don't put him nowhere near the Hagglers. Nowhere near the Hagglers or the Sugar Rays or
Mayweather. He's not even Mayweather.
Well, no, we not that ain't even. Mayweather, we not even bringing up his name. Like I'm not even bringing up his
Sugar
name.
Ray Leonard, Mayweather. Ray, they're in a whole.
Yeah, like we don't even need to bring up his. Like that's not even a question.
But Kobe, you know the problem with boxing, right? Like the fighters, if you really look at it. A good friend of mine told me a long time ago, there's only about 10 to 15 mega fights a boxer gonna get in their lifetime. And that's if they lucky, right? If they really skilled. So, and I'm not counting anybody's pockets. Yeah, they get paid, but for what they do, that's why they have to do stuff like that. That's why they fighting it in their 40s and doing things like that, because their prime doesn't match the bags that they're getting, right? And then you got these promoters that be in their pockets. So that's why they have to do. And I believe there'll be more fighters doing this because the way that the game is rigged now, they're not really getting those mega bags like they used to.
Right.
Unless you go fight a Jake Paul where he probably gonna promise this man $80 million or $60 million, something crazy. Yeah. I mean, he got Mike Tyson 30, right? He got Mike Tyson, a 60-year-old man, $30 million. What you think he gonna give him?
Oh yeah, it's going to at least double. Yeah. Okay. It's just so much. It's just so much that needs to be done for him, man. Because his division got some dogs in it. I think his
division, he got some dogs in it, but ain't none of them dogs bringing nowhere near type of money. He'll have to fight all those guys that got dogs in it to equal one fight what he gonna get with that Jake Paul guy.
Yeah, you're absolutely right in terms of the money aspect of it. But if he fight all those dudes and let's say he whoop them, then your opinion might change where you put him out on the all-time.
No. You wasting time, man. Shout out to Tortilla Salt Saver Verda. One of the best chips out there. So shout out to our wannabe sponsor, Tostito, Fiesta Bowl. Shout out to Salsa Verde. Man, when you had a long day and you want some chips with a little bit of the dips, get you a Salsa Verde. Wasting our time, Money Mo, talk about him being one of, man, next topic, man.
Hey, look, that's your opinion. It's a lot of people out here that will put them in there.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm just saying, though.
It's all. I mean, it's all up.
He all on the topic. I'm just saying.
Hey, Cole. One thing I'm not trying to change people's mind, man. Everybody have their own, man. If that's what a lot of people think, Outback Steakhouse is the best steakhouse. A lot of people think Texas Road is the best steakhouse. Hey, if that's what they think, who am I to tell them that the Blooming Onion and the Texas Roadhouse, from Australia, and that's their steakhouse. That's what they think. They might not like Mastro's. They might not like Eddie V's.
You're taking it a little too far now.
I'm what? How? No, how? I'm serious.
Yeah.
How? Some people like what they like. So I get you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Well, let's jump into this first topic. The line for the Colorado season came out, and they got them at 6 games. So over under, I want to know your guys' thoughts. Colorado over or under 6 games this season? Go ahead, more money.
For me, I got them over. I got them at 9. The only losses that I can see right now is BYU, Georgia Tech's a toss up because they got a pretty good team, and then Utah. Those are the only ones that I see. The rest of them, I could see them beating Delaware. I could see them beating Houston, Wyoming, TCU, Iowa State, and Arizona. So I got them at 9.
So you got Georgia Tech as a toss-up?
I do, just because it's the first game, and I don't know if people have done a lot of research on Georgia Tech's quarterback, their running back, their wide receiver, and they got a few defenders out there that if you're not careful that first night, and Odall can attest to this, you can too more than anybody. I don't trust 20-year-olds and 19-year-olds when the season starts. You know what I mean? I don't know them mentally if they're gonna be locked in or not. You know what I mean? So I don't know if they view Georgia Tech as a worthy opponent to respect them in the first game. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the only reason I have it as a toss up because I just don't know where their mental space would be at in that first game.
Right. Yeah, I get that. They may have an advantage because they're at home. Sometimes those younger kids, they get a little hyped up to play at home. Got your fans, they scream your name. You know what I'm saying? You show out, you do your thing. You know how much love you're gonna get out of the game. So young players, they thrive on that. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Oh, dog, what you think about the over and under for Colorado this season?
I need to see game 1, so I don't have no thoughts about it, bro. I need to see game 1. It's tough to. I mean, we ain't got no preseason. We ain't seen nothing, so I need to see at least one game, and then we'll revisit the topic, and I'll give you, you know what I'm saying, a very clear, broken down offense, defense, special teams, the whole 9. So, but for me to sit up here, what do I think? I don't know. That's one thing about college. You don't never know, brother. You don't never know. So, I'm anxious to see. I don't know who their quarterback. I mean, I know they got the quarterback to transfer from Liberty, but hey, did you see a Liberty game last year? I did. So I don't know what's going on with their team. So I'll wait and see game 1.
Yeah, I heard they had a good team, but I don't know what type of competition Liberty was playing though. But
they play some good. I think they're in the Conference USA, if I'm not mistaken. Or they play some good ball, but it's just like, well, who's his receivers? What do they got? Do they got some offensive linemen? Who do they get in the train?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they got a lot. So I don't know. Over under 6 games. I'll wait and watch game 1, and then I'll give you a better analogy of what do I think or a better breakdown.
Yeah, I'm gonna go blindly. I'm gonna say over 6, just without even seeing Liberty without seeing that quarterback play, without seeing Colorado play. I'm gonna just blindly say over, because if you're gonna put your money on it, you're gonna go bet on it now. That this is when you want to do it. This when the stock is the highest. So
right.
I'm gonna go ahead blindly and say over 6. I think that Dion is going to have his best coaching year ever because I think he'll get to show everybody how good of a coach he is, and first time without having his son at quarterback, without having Travis Hunter, all the stuff. He's coaching a brand new group of players that's not related to him, didn't grow up in his household, and I think that this is good for him, and this is definitely a time that's going to put a shine on him to really show his coaching ability. And in my opinion, he's been showing his coaching ability since he was coaching that team out in Florida, that like his select team or whatever you want to call it,
Right.
before he started coaching college football. I think he's going to do well with those young men.
I will say this, Cole, just to add on to what you said, they do got a monster wide receiver
Mhm.
from a school down in Texas. He was a 4-star, 5-star. One. They showed him all over ESPN. I think he had something like 3, 4 touchdowns in the state championship game at Dallas Stadium
Mhm.
where the Cowboys play. He went crazy, and he is a monster. I mean, when I say explosive, super explosive. So he is one of the. I do know about him. He is one of the gentlemen that I am anxious to see the little young and do his thing. But besides that, man, I don't know who's throwing the ball. I don't know who's blocking. I don't know, or what's secondary. So I can't wait to see them play week 1.
Okay. Yeah. Same here, bro. Another over and under that kind of piqued my curiosity and is making me want to put a couple dollars on it. Is the Dallas Cowboys. So they got their over under at 8 games. So more money. I
Mm.
know Cowboys. That's your mob. So we're gonna start with you. What you think? Over under 8 games for the Cowboys.
So I got them just over at 9, right? So I'll tell you the games that I have them winning. So I have them beating the Giants twice. Dak Prescott is 13-2 against the Giants. I have them beating the Jets, the Panthers, splitting with the Commanders, the Raiders, the Lions, and I have them splitting with the Eagles because again, they usually beat the Eagles at home if we got a competent quarterback. The toss-up games are the Vikings, the Broncos, and the Bears because I don't know what the Bears going to be this year. So they could easily be a 10 or 11 win team, or they could easily be around 8 or 9 wins. So that's pretty accurate. So I got them at over. You safe with the over, in
Yeah.
my opinion.
What you think, Dog? You get to see him play in preseason a little bit so far.
I like the Cowboys to go over 8 games. If
Yeah.
Dak Prescott stays healthy, I think Dak Prescott will have one of his best years ever. He got 2 very good receivers. I think Michael Parsons, whenever he do come back to play, even if he sits out for 8 games and then you got to play to get credited. I think it's 9 games or 6 games or whatever. He gonna come back and he gonna be a fucking monster. He gonna terrorize his own teammates, the crowd, everybody. He will be a Bane from Superman or whatever, Batman, whatever movie that was. You know what I'm saying? He gonna go crazy. So look out for that. So I think he gonna win 3 games by himself.
Wow.
Guaranteed. I think, and that young boy that if they can keep his mind right, Pickett?
Pickens,
Uh,
yeah, George Pickens.
Pickett.
Yeah,
If
pick
they
it.
can keep his mind right, and he don't, because he might not get the type of ball of pause, the type of footballs he won early in the season. But if they can keep his mind right, he gonna see a lot of working against that number 2 receiver. You know what I'm saying? That number 2 defensive back, and I think he's gonna win those 1-on-ones. You know what I mean? So I am anxious to see what he's gonna do. So I definitely I got the Cowboys winning 10 games.
Yeah.
I think
I,
they're gonna win 10 games.
I agree with both of you. I think they definitely win over 8 games. 10 is probably the magic number for me. They could win more. I think to Odog's point, if Dak Prescott is healthy,
Right.
that would guarantee them to win. To me, at least 10 games. And if you look historically, Dak Prescott is favored very well against NFC opponents and
Yes.
in his own division. So with that factor in place, I just think it's a no brainer that you go ahead and go in there and put your bread on Cowboys getting the over.
Facts.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's facts. Yeah.
In other news, there's been a lot of talk about Shedeur Sanders. Um, we've been hearing all training camp long how well he's been doing, how good he looked, how mature he is, his leadership qualities, how he asks questions from the veterans, whether they defense, offense, special teams. Like he's trying to learn and he's being a sponge. And then he's been fourth string all the whole time though. He's been the fourth string quarterback with that group, and then he got an opportunity to start in the first preseason game. In my opinion, that was a setup game. They thought they was going to set him up and he was going to wet the bed, but that backfired on him. But
they ain't have nobody to play, Kobe. Everybody was injured.
Yeah, I get it, but I still think they thought he was going to fail. You know, I didn't think they thought he was going to fare well starting with not taking snaps with the first team the whole game.
No, but Kobe, none of the first team players played, Kobe, in the first preseason game. He played with the guys, but he played with the guys that he'd been practicing with all training camp.
But in the second half, though, right?
No, in the first, ain't no starters of Cleveland play in the first preseason game.
None.
Don't know starters play in no first preseason game. So he ain't get a chance to play with the Jared Judys and in the tight end. They played. Yeah, Chris. None of them boys played. So it worked. In my opinion, it worked out in his favor. I got to throw the ball to who I've been throwing the ball to with the 3s and the 4s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
If I'm working with the 3s and I got a receiver that I know that's killing, I'm gonna go to him all the time. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Or the 2. You know what I'm saying?
So he was comfortable out there.
There you go. Okay. That's what I'm saying.
I got you.
That's what I'm saying.
But even with that being said, you know, a lot of people praised him on the way he played and the poise that he showed and stuff like that. But yet and still, I know he got injured and didn't play in the next preseason game. But a lot of people thought because of his showing in the first preseason game, he should have moved up the ladder, at least to second string and get a little bit of reps with the first string. But he's still sitting at 4. Would you like to see him remain with the Cleveland Browns, or would you like to see Shedeur Sanders get traded to another team?
So I'll take my bias. I'll put my bias hat on. I would love to see him play for us. I think the Cowboys starting unit is very good, but I couldn't evaluate anything in the preseason because Joe Milton has been terrible. So we definitely need a backup quarterback. So I would love to see Shedeur Sanders in Dallas from a personal standpoint. Now professionally, I think he's in a situation where he can learn as the 4th string. You know what I mean? So I'm torn because personally I like to see him on my mob, right? But professionally, I think he can grow in the role that he's in because he will fade as the season goes on, right? The first pass that Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, they're going to forget about Shedeur Sanders unless he does something off the field, and he'll be able to learn from the quarterbacks in front of him. Because one thing about it, that Cleveland Brown offensive line, they're not all that. You know, it's no Pro Bowlers that I'm aware of on that offensive line. Jared Judy's a very good wide receiver, but it ain't like they're the 1987 Browns. So he needs to learn, and they need to build a team and system around him. That's my opinion on it.
Yeah, I like that take. For me, I just want to see him get an opportunity to play, whether it's with Cleveland or somewhere else. I think he deserves an opportunity to get on the field. I think it was bogus him going so far down in the draft. You know what I mean? I thought for sure he'll be the second quarterback taken in this year's draft, but he wasn't. But at the same time, I think that he has the talent, and I think he deserves to get out on the field and show his true talent and see what he got. because we've seen a lot of rookie quarterbacks, or even quarterbacks that's been in the league that's starting right now. That come on, bro, like what are we doing? Like, why are they starting? We've seen Daniel Jones play for the last I don't know how many years, and he's back in the starting lineup in Indy. You know what I'm saying? So just I would like to see somebody like Shedeur get an opportunity because I don't know what they're doing out there in Cleveland, man, and I don't know if they got the young man's best interest at heart either. So um, that's my opinion on it. What's your thoughts, O-Dog?
I just want to see him get some reps against the ones. But if I was people, I would tell people to be very careful in what you ask for. So that's just my opinion. As a quarterback, sometimes you want people to. The best quarterback in the league sat a year behind Alex Smith.
Right.
So I mean, sometimes you throw people out there in the fire, and people you throw you throw these quarterbacks out in the fire, and then all of a sudden, well, we ain't have a chance to develop him. Well, wait a minute, hold up. You just said you wanted him to get reps. You wanted him to play. Now you talking about he ain't get a chance to get developed. Now which one is it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So be careful. Like you said, Money Mo, and it ain't. Last time I checked, it's 11 people, man. This ain't basketball. Last time I checked, it's 11 people. GT, you crazy. It's 11 people, so you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful with what you gotta be careful what you ask for. So if I was them, if I was Shedeur, I'd sit back and chill, work on my game, pick Joe Flacco, a Super Bowl champion. And like I said, we also got to be careful when we criticize quarterbacks. Trent Dilfer was the number one pick to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, if I'm not mistaken. Right. I think, yeah, but he won a Super Bowl with your team, Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah,
that's right.
Right. So sometimes you need to change the scenery to have a good career.
Right.
The last quarterback first round pick was in Cleveland was Baker Mayfield. He ain't work out too well for him, but he doing pretty good down there in Tampa. So sometimes you gotta be like I said, you gotta have some pieces around. Football is not a one person game. I do not care how good the quarterback is. I don't care what he did in college.
Right.
I don't care what he did in college. So you better have some pieces around.
Yeah.
Hey, somebody need to get GT tested, or he need to refer to Dak Prescott as Mr. Prescott.
Hey, Gio over there cooking the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey, no, but that's fictional. Real life, we're 11-2 against the Commanders. 11-2.
Oh wow! And he said his prediction, y'all gonna go 2-15.
Well, one of them gonna be against the Commanders because we beat them with a backup quarterback last year.
Hey, G, don't let him get you like that, G.
we beat him with a backup quarterback in his house.
Damn, G. Hey, G, man, you gotta pop up on the show, man. You can't let Mo Money do that to you, bro.
Hey, Jay Daniels wasn't running no options that day. He was looking for 11. So look, the only way Michael Parsons gonna be in Washington is if he had a go-go party. He ain't going to no daggone Commanders.
Oh wow,
that's one thing Jerry will not do.
Well, his comment actually is a good segue into the next question. Do you guys think Michael Parsons' future in Dallas is over, or do you think he will be a Cowboy for now and the foreseeable future?
Man, people got to understand how Jerry Jones, how the Bengals owners, how they do business, right? They're old school. I've said it in the past. They came in the NFL where there was no salary cap. There was no franchising. So these guys, they're still doing things the old way. Whether it's right or wrong or indifferent, it's the way they do business. You know that as an agent. You know that as a player. It's Michael Parsons ain't going anywhere, just like T. Higgins didn't go anywhere. Now, Trey Hendrickson is a different story because I don't think he's on that level. This is me personally, right? But they're going to take care of the guys that they need to take care of in due time. If the franchise has your contractual rights for 3 years, 3 years, now we got the 5th-year player option, 2 franchise tags. They are in no hurry, whether I agree with it or not, to give you the bag. So he ain't going nowhere. They own his rights for 3 years. Right now, I think the cooler heads will prevail. They'll get together on a contract because it helps out the salary cap for the Cowboys. But it's just an ego thing right now. It's just Jerry and Steven, they're trying to teach Micah a lesson. Like, hey, we own your rights. When we'll come to you when we ready to do this contract. Because you're not up. You're not up next.
Yeah. Yeah, and maybe you guys can make sense of this for me because I don't know. So I'll pose the question to Old Dog. So why like every year you have a star player on the team that has another year or so on their contract, but they ready for a new contract, they demanding more money, but you still got another year or two on your current contract. Why is the expectations for the team to go ahead and get a deal done now instead of waiting until that current contract is about to expire?
Go ahead, Money Mo. You rolling.
So it's two lines of thinking, right? They're no different than you and I. I want more money now because football is a very violent sport and I want to secure my future. That's the player side of it. Now the business side of it, the ownership, yeah, I know this salary cap gonna go up and the numbers gonna go up, but that's okay. That's pennies to a billionaire, right? The issue is that you set a bad precedence. For every Michael Parsons that want to get paid, you got a James Cook. And I'm not saying nothing bad about the young man, but obviously he's not on a track to be a Hall of Famer. So he's messing up the game. That's how the quarterback market got out of whack because they started getting that contract so early. So I believe the owners are trying to get the players back in line until we get another CBA and they rectify it to say, look, I'm not giving you this money right now. I don't care how good you are. This is the protocol. This is how we gonna handle business.
Yeah. And what's your thoughts on that, Old Dog?
You sign a contract, and yeah, the money does go up. You're right. But if I signed you 2 years ago, right, and 2 years ago, you was the top three defensive back. Well, new money's come in, TV revenue, all this other stuff come in. Hey, that's what happens, right? But I have you under contract. So as a business, right? I'm thinking about it as if I own the business, right?
Right.
If I own the business, I did my job. I signed you early, gave you some good money back then. So because I'm looking at the future too. I don't want to have to pay him if he keep having 7 interceptions, 9 interceptions, 8 interceptions, whatever. Just like this boy y'all had I'll give you a perfect example. The young boy that played for the Cowboys that played when Diggs got hurt. He had what, 9 interceptions? 6 to the house. So me and Springs, Sean was like, man, you got to give that man something crazy. You got to give them something crazy. I said, Sean, for what? For what? I said, I'm gonna wait for him to come back next year, see what he does. If he does well, then maybe I'll reward him and get him something new because I think he was a low draft pick or undrafted free agent. So I would definitely reward him. I would definitely give him a little something. But I also want to see what he's gonna do after people know about him. After, can he stay healthy? Right? That's how the NFL look at you. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you gotta have an agent, you gotta have a good team, you gotta be able to get that money, you know what I'm saying, when you can. And a lot of people don't understand it's not so much about the contract and this and this and that. What it is a lot of people and what the differences come in is with the guaranteed money.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So if I'm an owner and I own a team and I have just like with the Washington thing, GT, yeah, Terry does deserve it, right? But if you own it, if you own the team, right? You gonna GT, you gonna keep paying the people just because they doing good stuff out in the community. You gonna keep paying people just because he's a 30-some-year-old receiver in the National Football League. He on his way out. That's what happens. Because what happened was that's why you got so many people now, GT. And let me put people on game here on the No Cap Sports Show podcast. That's why you got so many young kids now. Where for a moment there, people were reclassing Money Mo and Cuz. They was reclassing their kids to do what? Go back.
Yeah.
Right? Now you got kids reclassing to do what?
Go up.
Move forward.
Yeah.
So now they looking at it 6, 7, 8 years from now, you'll be able to get 2, maybe 3 deals instead of just getting 2. Well, in Terry McLaurin's thing, he went to a prep school, whatever, went to college. He was 24 when he came out, right? So he had a 3rd round deal, and then they blessed him, gave him a new deal, then they took care of him again. Washington, like he can right be 32 years. If they give him another 3, 4, he'll be 32, 33 years old.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's like, no.
To O-Dog's point, right, we laugh at Kirk Cousins. Obviously, Kirk Cousins will never have Josh Allen talent, but he finessed the hell out of the system, right?
Right.
He bet on himself. He took these shorter contracts with all guaranteed money, right? So whatever you think about him or whatever his situation is, his check's gonna cash. You
Yeah,
understand what I mean?
and Money Mo, he did just enough to keep people interested, to keep general managers interested. He did just enough to win enough games to give Minnesota a fighting chance, right?
Yes.
So he did what he did in Atlanta. You know that whole situation.
Yeah.
It's a new regime that came in.
Yeah.
So
And
it ain't. Go ahead.
On top of that, right, he did the right things on the field, off the field, and in the locker room. So he checked all the boxes to get paid. Sometimes when you look at these players, their talent may be similar, but what they represent is totally different, right? When you look at TJ Watt and you look at Michael Parsons, their talent level may be comparable, but their maturity is worlds apart, right? So you don't lose any sleep when you give TJ Watt that bag, because you know what you're gonna get. When you give it to Michael Parsons, you like, shit, I don't know.
Hey, GT, I'm not smoking nothing. I'm just telling you what they think behind closed doors. I didn't say this is what I think. I'm just telling you what they think behind closed doors. Obviously, I'm not smoking nothing because that's why your man ain't signed yet. I'm trying to put you up on game. I've been behind closed doors with general managers. I done went to dinners and been in private rooms and listen. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah. That's why your man Terry is not getting his money because of his age. It's that simple. If Terry was 27 right now, his deal would have been done.
Yeah.
If he was 28, once you start getting into that, if he about to be 30, 31, 30, nah, bro. For what? Yeah. Why am I going to pay Terry? Why am I going to pay him? And it's another dude right now at Clemson that's 19.
Yeah.
It's too much push from the bottom, champ. What you talking about? Go to eat. Hey, look, I help you out, GT, and I help all our listeners and viewers out right now. Kobe. Now we talking about the predictions, right? You talking about predictions. Let me put you on game. Go to ESPN right now, and what's the first thing that they have to pop up? 2026 NFL pre-draft. It ain't been one game played yet.
Yeah.
It ain't been one game played yet, but they already got the pre-draft. How do you know who gonna do what? They're going off last year. It's too much push from the bottom, champ. NFL GT stand not for long. I didn't say he was washed. I'm telling you that's how they look at him. They saying he get older.
Right.
He getting older. That's all. He ain't nowhere near washed. I think you're supposed to pay a gentleman like Terry because he that security blanket.
Yeah,
that's right.
But the question is, what he asking for? How much he asking for? Now, I don't mind giving him some guaranteed money. I give him some more guaranteed money, but just how much guaranteed money is he asking for? Yeah. That's the problem.
Yeah, he got to be asking for a lot of guaranteed money. You know, he got to be because to me, I think that franchise would have signed him already if the guaranteed money, if they could agree to that. You know what I mean?
That's
so
right.
I agree with both of y'all, O and Mo, in terms of they not giving them the bread because of age, and then also I think that teams are trying to change the precedent of re-signing somebody or restructuring the contract when they still got time left on their current contract. Because look at my man from Pittsburgh Steelers. He just signed a contract last year, and now he holding out right now because he won another one because he had a good year and he trying to capitalize off a good year. Man, you just signed a contract. It ain't even been a year yet.
Yeah, but with that being said, to his defense, Cole, and to his defense, Money Mo, like I said, what a lot of people don't know, the only reason why I know because we got a little, for our listeners and viewers, and we got some family and friends in the what do you say? I need help. I'm always a pro player. Fuck that. Well, there you go. Well, there you go. I get you. You say 55 million guaranteed. That's what's up. So, hey man, to each his own, brother. There you go. I'm for the players as well. I was one of them. Still got my NFL players card. So, but my point of saying it is the young man. He did say if he'll take this deal, but if he is a All Pro, he gets to come back to the table. Like he had that. That's why. So he said in his writing, in his contract, he said, if I hit these numbers, now I'm gonna take this deal, but if I hit these numbers, because y'all sleeping on me, and I'm an All Pro, and I got 7 sacks, and I got this, and that, I'm going back. I'm coming right back to the table.
As he should, then.
As he should. No question. And I'm with that. You know what I'm saying? As he should. But the thing about it is, what's messed up is that's why the players is like, no, I'm gonna try to get this money because they can cut you tomorrow, right?
That's right.
They can cut us whenever they want. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the players is like, well, if you can cut me whenever you want, then I'm gonna come back and capitalize off of me having a great year. I want more guaranteed money. So because that way, even if you do cut me, my guaranteed money is good.
Right.
That's
and
right.
you less likely to cut me if you on the cap and I got guaranteed money coming to me no matter what. As long as I pass my physical, I got 25 coming, right?
That's right.
You less likely to cut me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Under the current terms, dog, I'm always pro player, right? Because you know what I mean. I don't know no owners. You know what I mean. I know a few players, right? So at the end of the day, what players have to understand is their positioning comes in the collective bargaining agreement, right?
Yeah.
If you gave these owners these rights to your contractual, rights for like an extra 2 years, that's on you. That's the game. If you don't like your situation, play it out, bet on yourself, let the franchise tag be what it's going to be, and then you can sever ties with this organization and be a free agent and then shop your services. But under the current CBA, y'all got to change it. The players have to change it. They got to stop being short-sighted with some of these negotiations, go to the table with their hat on. Because it's not fair, to be honest with you. It's not. Nobody should own your rights past your contractual obligation. Like, I shouldn't have your rights 2 years later.
Yeah, like that I think that's one of the worst things ever, the franchise tag thing. I get it, the franchise tag, so I can help so it gives me a little bit more time to re-sign you. But being able to franchise you twice, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Terrible.
That's crazy. What up, OG Fredo? You 100% right. Hey, look. Hey, GT talking that crazy stuff because he ain't the one cutting the check. You know what I'm saying? GT, if you was cutting that check, and you had to dish that money out, I bet you wouldn't be saying that. GT be going to get right up over there Clemson, go down there to Alabama, go get that boy number 2, get him on a rookie contract.
Yeah.
Or go get that boy from Ohio State. Come on, man. It's too much push from the bottom, man.
Yeah.
It's too much youngers from the bottom. Yeah. Every year it's a draft.
Yeah.
And they locked in for 5 years.
Speaking with his heart and as a fan, you know what I mean? And like we all say, we like for Terry McLaurin to get his bread. We would love to see him get his bread, but you got to think about, a business, an organization, and how they should operate their business. Like if it was me, I give him money just based off what he represented for the team all these years. And what he represents for your franchise quarterback.
Yeah. But I'm not giving him $50 million though. There's no way.
Hell no.
I'm not giving them no 50 million at 30. Man,
50 million? What do you think? He Chelsea Clinton?
I mean,
I'm not giving
50
them no.
million. He
Hey,
better
but you
be
know what?
Jay Wright,
Hey, OG
Megatron.
Fredo. Yeah. Hey, Fredo. You know where I think what Terry messed up and his team messed up. Him being an older gentleman, when he signed that last deal, why sign a 4-year? Why not just bet on yourself, like you said, Money Mo? Let me sign a 2-year. Let me sign a 2-year because you know the money gonna go up. Let me just sign a 2-year. You know what I'm saying? Let me sign. Let me do. Nah, I don't want no 4-year deal. Give me a 2-year deal. Give me 2.
Yeah, I agree. G said, I'm gonna pay the check if I had to, and we back selling dope. Hell to the Redskins.
Hey, G crazy. G crazy.
That's my man there.
Crazy.
Oh shit.
Salute.
Moving on, man. So that the last topic before we get out of here, I want to go around the horn and we start with you, Mo Money, because you've been cooking all day. Both of y'all been cooking, but I want to predict every NFL division champion. So
Oh, you heard who that is? How about 49? Shout out to the wife and all our Bay Area listeners out there.
Hey sis, cut it out, sis. Don't do that.
She talking about Bay Area.
All right, so Mo Money, AFC East.
Man, you know I got the Bills in that division.
Bills Mafia.
Yeah.
You think?
Shout out to Big Poom. Shout out to Big Poom.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. You think anybody gonna give them some go in that division?
No. Not me personally. I don't see it.
I don't either. Now I think this next division, the AFC West, I think it's gonna be more interesting than what we think. But who you predict to win that division?
Man, I'm about to say something very controversial in that division, man. I like the Raiders in that division.
You like the Raiders to win the division?
I do. I really do. Either the Raiders or the Chargers. But my problem with the Chargers is I don't trust Justin Herbert. I don't like Justin Herbert. I'm gonna tell you why I like the Raiders, right? One thing that Pete Carroll does is he gonna run the football. He got 2 young men in that backfield that can run that rock. Geno Smith is a pretty good game manager, not in a derogatory sense, but in a real honorable sense, right? He got a pretty good defense. So that's enough of a formula to win games in the AFC West. The reason I don't believe the Chiefs will win the division, I believe the Chiefs will make the playoffs. I don't know if their schedule permits them enough games to win the division because they playing a first place schedule. The Raiders playing a last place schedule. That's my opinion.
Yeah. And it's funny that you mentioned a couple teams. You said the Raiders and the Chargers. You talk to a lot of people. They pretty high on the Broncos as well. They think that they got a chance to slip through the cracks and win that division.
I'm gonna tell you this right here, man. I watch a lot of SEC football. Bo Nix is fool's gold. Don't buy that stock. That stock is GameStop, bro. I'm trying to tell you. Hey, once that tape get rolling, right? Now we're gonna speak a little bit of facts here. And they realize that Bo Nix still can't read his own defense, right? If you in a cover 3 and you got a cover 2 look and he still can't read that thing because Sean Payton was hand feeding him last year, and they realized that by game 5, that the Broncos will look like the Broncos.
Yeah. So the next division, and I'm paying close attention to your words, Mo Money. I'm paying real close attention. AFC North.
Well, that's a tough division, man. That's a tough division. I like Baltimore, and it's only one reason. Because Cincinnati's defense is terrible. If they had a good defense, I would go Cincinnati because I think they have the best quarterback in the division, even though I'm a Jackson fan. But their defense is just not good. I'm not talking about the Steelers, man. I think Aaron Rodgers is washed up, me personally.
So Cincinnati got the best quarterback in the division.
They pure quarterback. No
Man, ain't
claim
no
to
such thing
Lamar
as pure
Jackson.
quarterback.
Hey,
It's quarterback, man. I don't care. Just quarterback.
Joe Burrow might be
Hey,
the
oh,
best quarterback in
what O
football
said
as
in the
long as he
beginning
can
of the
stay
show
healthy. The problem is
makes
Kobe.
more sense to me now
The
than
problem
that.
is Kobe.
You
Hey,
like
Kobe.
straight out back.
It's tough. Hey, Kobe, it's tough when you get off the bus and know you got to score 35 every game.
Look, I get it. I get it. But you know, I'm biased anyway. But I get it. You know what I'm saying? I can't debate that. I can, but I get somebody who believes that he's the best quarterback. But when you play another quarterback in your division 9 times and only won once, you know.
Hey, Kobe, he don't play Lamar Jackson. He
I know,
playing
but that's what
y'all
everybody else
defense.
go by. But that's why look. That's what everybody else go by, right?
Hey, I got to call it like it is, bro. Hey, Joe Burrow be back there running for his life, man.
So look, last year they both had terrible defenses when they played the first time. At least the first time. Second time, Baltimore defense improved. They started balling out. But the first 10, 11 games, they both sucked on defense. And it was a shootout. And one outdid the other. That's all I'm saying. But now I get it. I love Joe Burrow, but I will not say nothing positive about them fuck boys with him right there. What we got next?
South.
AFC South.
The Texans. I keep it simple. CJ Stroud, I think he have a bounce back year. I like the Texans. I like their head coach too.
Yeah. All right. NFC East.
Shit. I'm gonna go with the Eagles. They're gonna repeat champions, man. They're probably the best team in football.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta put this up there, G, because you said you speaking the gospel right now.
I can see that. I can see that.
So hey G, tell me this. You said Lamar the second best quarterback on the planet. Who the first? I know what
He's
he
about
gonna
to say
say. I already know
Jaden
what he gonna say. So we got you got Philly winning NFC East. Who you got winning NFC West?
Damn.
Be careful, sis listening to you right now too.
Man, that's tough. I'm gonna go with the Seahawks. I'm gonna have to disappoint. I'm gonna go with the Seahawks. I like the Seahawks in that division. The 49ers are good too, man, but they lost a lot of pieces, man. And I don't know what the wide receiver position gonna bring you in San Francisco. I like Ricky Pearsall. I think he was talented at Florida. He's talented, but I don't know how talented he's gonna be when he get double teamed because Juwan Jennings don't scare anybody, and IU not coming back for like 6 games.
Yeah. Ebony, what's good?
Ebony, what's up?
Commanders going to the show this year. See, that's the only thing about a Commanders fan, formerly known as the Washington football team, formerly known as the Redskins. You can't have an inkling of success, or the whole fan base is going to say, "We going to the show." But that's the same with your fan base too, Mo Money. And I think that's why the Dallas and Washington we clash so much because it's the same type of people. It's the same fans.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
NFC North.
Shoot. I like the Packers in that division.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. The NFC West, hold on real quick, Kobe. I know they're going to talk about the Rams. My problem is I don't know how healthy Matthew Stafford will be. That's my only issue with that one.
Oh, they saying he hurt. He nicked up.
He old.
Yeah. And then the last one, NFC South.
That's probably one of the worst divisions in football. Give me the Falcons in that division.
Yeah. I mean, Falcons was a playoff team last year. So,
Yeah.
Hey, for the record, speaking of the Falcons, OG Fredo, I told you that they drafted Penix for a reason, brother.
yeah, that's
I
a fact.
told I told you that. I told you they was going. I told you they drafted him for a reason. But you right.
Said it.
But with that being said, OG Fredo, you are right. They definitely could have used some other pieces. But that's the thing about it. When you're a new head coach, you want your quarterback. You want who you going. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, when you get fired, you don't want to get fired because you got somebody else's quarterback.
Uh-huh.
Right.
So, hold on. Let's start off with the NFC South. Who you got winning that division?
Tampa.
Okay. NFC North.
The Rams.
No, they NFC West. The
I mean
North.
NFC West, NFC North. My bad. Detroit. My bad. I apologize. Detroit. Yep.
Yeah.
I think Detroit they're gonna have a chip on their shoulder.
Yeah, I believe so too. Man, that's a sneaky strong division, man. You got
Oh, it
the
is.
Lions, the Packers, and the Vikings, and then the
Yeah.
Bears. We don't know what the
I don't know too much about the Vikings though, because it's one thing to be a rookie quarterback. It's one thing to look good in practice. It's another thing to look good on Monday Night Football when everybody watching and you going against
That's
these
right.
ones and you ain't had you got a red jersey on and you ain't had a hit yet. And now all of a sudden that ball that you waiting for that post route to come open. You know what I'm saying? But yet this Hutchinson coming off the edge. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of things go into it that a lot of our listeners and viewers don't understand. So, I'm gonna go with the veterans. I'm gonna go with like I said, I think Detroit. They got for how they lost. I'm happy that they for the hometown always Washington, but I think they're gonna come out with a chip on their shoulder and try to handle business.
yeah. The good thing for the young boy at the Vikings, he got Justin Jefferson as a safety net. That's you know what I mean.
Yeah, you can just throw it right.
Start throwing an alley oop to Vince Carter. It don't
That's
matter
right.
how you throw it, he gonna catch that mother.
Yeah.
Right.
The only difference between basketball and football, though, you got to have time to throw it. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. That's a fact. NFC West. Remember, you got to eat tonight, cuz.
She not watching the show right now, so it's all good. I'm going with the Rams.
Rams. Ooh. Okay.
I'm going with the Rams. A lot, but I mean, why? I don't know why that's a shock. The Rams was 2 minutes away from beating the Eagles in Philly.
That's
right.
Yeah. So one thing Sean McVay gonna do is have them boys ready to play. So
He will.
And that'll be based off the quarterback's health too, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
NFC East.
It's hard. It's tough to go against the Eagles, but I think Washington has some things in play. See, I just don't want Washington to I don't want Washington to believe the hype so much, and everybody know that. You know what I mean? Like I don't want them to be so hyped. You know what I mean? But you right, Miss Lofton. I gotta go with. I'm gonna go with the Washington Redskins. I'm going with the Washington Redskins for sure.
Nice. AFC East.
Obviously Buffalo,
Yeah.
right? But
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Mike Vrabel's a hell of a coach, and he will have the New England. He will have the New England Patriots. I think the Patriots going to be number 2 in that. I think they're going to come out and they're going to shock a lot of people. And I think once again, like we said, when you got a receiver that can help, I think Steph is going to help out just like he did with Josh, right? A lot of people don't remember that. Now, come on, man. He helped that man's career out a lot. I think he's going to help out May a lot in New England. So I'm going with Buffalo, but I definitely think the Patriots going to surprise a lot of people.
Okay. AFC West.
Kansas City. Y'all better go watch Kingdom.
I still haven't watched it yet. I'm gonna do.
Yeah, you better go watch Kingdom.
Yeah.
I'm not
It's
going
good.
against Patrick Mahomes, especially after that showing that they had in the Super Bowl. No, sir. Rice coming back off an injury. They're gonna take his time with him. They got a couple other pieces if they stay healthy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
AFC South.
Why you doing our division last? Why are you doing our division last? AFC South. You said the AFC South? Who the AFC South?
Titans, Jags,
Oh yeah, Texans.
Texans.
I like the Texans. Like Money Mo made great points. I want to see that young boy bounce back. But once again, we know football is not 1-on-1. It is 11 man. So his team got to stay healthy. I think hopefully they got a tackle to help. Hopefully they went and got a left tackle because the Tunsil is in Washington now. So they better get somebody to protect that young man's blind side, or whatever. So, but I'm rooting for that head coach. I was a fan of him. I was a fan of him since way back in Alabama days. I was a fan when he in the league. He the type of coach you gonna run through a wall for and then ask questions later.
That's right.
Yeah, that's dope. AFC North.
I think the Baltimore Ravens definitely will win the division. I think Baltimore has a lot to prove. I'm being serious. I think Baltimore has a lot to prove. They keep getting MVPs. They the greatest of all time, home field advantage, regular season, and then lose. So something gotta, because if it doesn't happen this year, a lot of questions are gonna start getting asked about, hey, what we doing here? Because we can't keep having home field advantage. We can't be 15-2, such and such, and not getting it done. So somebody's gonna have to go, whether it's Harbaugh or somebody. Sometimes you need to bring a new regime in there and spice shit up a little bit. You know what I mean? Ask the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It worked out well for them.
Yeah,
that's right.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got the Bengals challenging them though for that first place slot?
No, not at all.
Defense?
Not at all. Not at all. I can go start a corner right now for them and give them 25 great plays.
Yeah.
Right now. Put me inside in the slot. Now we gotta play all zone. I ain't playing man to man with nobody. Now we play all for those 25 plays, I guarantee you I'm gonna grade out good and I'm gonna make a play. I'm gonna do something, get a pick, force fumble. I'm gonna make some plays. And that is the problem. The defense is disgusting. It is awful. So I'm not even wasting my breath.
Tell me if I'm off base with this, man. It seemed like you remember early in Peyton's career how great he was, and the coach just kind of took advantage of it. They didn't surround him with defensive talent.
Yeah,
I feel like that's what the Bengals are doing to Joe Burrow.
100%. 100%. 100%. Yeah, and then Cincinnati is just a terrible franchise because they don't pay anybody, right? That's the reason why the young boy not getting paid now. People is up in arms like, oh my gosh, they're not paying him. I can't believe it. All you got to do is go back to one of the legends in Atlanta, to Keogh. Go back, Corey. It's a reason why Corey Dillon got out of there. It's a reason why it's a lot of people. You right, GT. You right, TC. You right. 100%. They are. The Bengals defense is. I wouldn't even if I was playing on the Bengals and I was starting, people would ask me hey man, what you do? Man, I don't do nothing.
Hey, matter of fact, dog, bro, you ain't got to go back that far back. Wasn't Jesse Bates a Pro Bowler?
That's what I'm saying. He was just a pro in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? We let one of the top 5, top 10 safeties go. He not asking to be something crazy and outrageous. We just give him something that's up there with some of the top safety. Take care of him. Show him some love. We let him go. He go to Atlanta and go crazy.
Yeah.
So that's just what Cincinnati does. They do not take care of their own. I mean, it goes with him, Carson Palmer, this person, that person, that. I mean, the list goes on and on. So that's why they will continue to be what they are. It takes a different type of motherfucker to root for the Bengals, but that's why I root for them. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm different.
Salute to that.
Period.
Salute to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm different. I've been rooting for the Bengals way back in the day. So all this new people talk about Joe Burrow and shit like that. I tell people all the time, it's a reason why we got the number 1 pick. You know what I'm saying? I'm before Carson Palmer, champ. Believe that. Yeah. So
that's a fact.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run through my list real quick. So AFC South, I got the Texans. AFC North, I got the Ravens. AFC West, I think it's going to be tough, but it's hard for me to go against the Chiefs. So I'm just go with somebody I'm familiar with. They the top dogs until somebody knock them off their post. AFC East, that's easy. I think the Bills run away with that division. AFC South, I'm gonna go with the Falcons. Falcons showed me something last year. They was really competitive. They was a playoff team. That game against Washington was a great game. They could have easily won that game last season. NFC North, I'm gonna go with the Lions. I think the Lions are the best out of that group. And to Omar's point, I think they got a chip on their shoulder because they know what they could have done last season, and they didn't. So I think they kind of got the same mindset that I hope the Baltimore Ravens got, that like this season, you're on a mission. NFC West, I'm going to go to 49ers. I'm going to need some hospitality next week. I'm not going to burn my bridges.
He said the 49ers. Yeah. He said breakfast. Breakfast is on you.
And then the NFC East, Dallas Cowboys, GT, Ebony, we out. This is No Cap Sports Show podcast. Reports and combos collide.
Salute.
Honor, salute. We gone.